Okay, so you may have heard that there's something that exists already in Photoshop that's basically like a button maker. To use, it's actually the styles panel, and you can add in different styles that might help you make, well, they're like pre-made buttons. To get started, I'm going to do the same thing I did before to make a basic button. I'm going to go to File menu, New, or I'm going to hit Command N on my keyboard and just open up that new document panel. I'm going to call this, I don't know, button fancy. I'm going to change the width. In hindsight, thinking about the button I just made, that was kind of small. So this one I'm going to set to 225 by 90 pixels. It'll give me a bigger button, something bigger to work with. I'm going to leave the color mode at RGB. I'm going to leave my measurement stuff to pixels because this is something I'm going to create for web. So yay, click OK. So once I've got my live area in my button open, I'm just going to zoom in by hitting Command plus on my keyboard, and I'm going to grab my shape tool like I did before. It doesn't really matter what the fill color is. I don't know, I might set it to some kind of blue, and I'm going to use the edges of my live area as a guide and just draw out a shape. So I'm just drawing in another rounded rectangle here and kind of letting the guides help me line stuff up. Okay, not exactly lined up. Again, move tool, just kind of pull that out. Okay, better, works for me. So I don't need the properties panel open. I'm going to close that. I'm going to go back to my move tool. I'm going to apply the transformation and open up something from window menu called styles. And in the styles panel, just adjust everything. I've already got my button styles in here because I had gone to this pop-up menu which has buttons, dotted strokes, glass buttons. Ooh. So if I want to add in, I don't know what glass buttons does, but if I want to add those in because I think I might want to try them, every time I add something into any menu, whether it's brushes or styles, or one application has graphic styles, I will always choose append rather than OK, because I don't want to replace what I have here. I want to add to it. So append. And append has added in a bunch of, okay, whatever, buttons down at the bottom, these things. So what these will do, green glass, like I said, it doesn't really matter what color shape I made, that won't affect it. I kind of like the way these look better. Blue gel. Okay, well, hey, let's try, right? Blue gel, what did that say? With drop shadow. Without drop shadow. Okay, so blue gel will poof, instantly make me that kind of button. So if I want to make one of those really slick looking buttons without doing all the work, that's one way to make it. Glass button. I'm curious about this, so I'm just gonna, no, definitely doesn't do it for me. I'm gonna go with this one, but as you can see, I've got like a bunch of different choices in here. If I'm making a really huge button, that might work. And a whole bunch of other things in here. Rainbow, definitely not. Maybe. That'll use, these are just regular, like the layer styles that we applied in the previous tutorial. These will just keep the original color that I selected and apply different types of layer styles that have been saved in here. Some chisel hard, chisel soft. I don't think so. I'm going to go back to my blue glass button. So if I want to use these to apply somebody else's idea of how I should style a button in, I can. And again, same thing. If I want to put text on this, actually it looks kind of transparent. I don't know, that's fine. I'm going to give myself enough room so I can see what I'm doing. Again, I got to make myself a new layer before I make text. Otherwise, Photoshop's going to think I want to make the text using my button as a guide for a text area, and I don't want to do that. So I'll click on the T once I've made a new layer, drag out my text box, and put some text in here. I'm just upping the size. And using my move tool and arrow key to kind of bump things down. Again, you know, if I think, oh boy, wow, that's just not visible enough or not big enough, I can always do the trick with my layer styles panel, or chances are I can even find some things in here that I could add in, but no, I have more control with layer styles. So let's do outer glow this time. So instead of putting, wow, brown, that's yucky, we'll change it to another color, something blue. Okay, yeah, pops out a little bit more. If I am happy with it, I will click OK, and there we go. It's a faster way to make a button. I can use somebody else's layer styles. I can apply my own layer styles to the text layer. The choice is really up to you.